Hi, my name is Mary. Today FM plays the best music in Lambasa. Today FM rocks.
My name is Thomas. I'm here in Nakasi and I like to listen to Today FM because it rocks.
My name is Milenia. Today FM rocks here in Singatoka.
My name is Alfripi and Today FM rocks here in Tabwa.
My name is Mary Jane. I love listening to Today FM here in Ba. Today FM rocks.
My name is ILLAI and I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks here in Osur.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
In the news tonight, departure prohibition order issued to overseas companies. Good human resource policies are key to success. And more plans in place for rural electrification projects.
From the studios of FBC Suba, Amrita Sagar.
The FNPF has revealed a few international companies based in the country have been issued a departure prohibition order after it was discovered they weren't deducting their employees' FNPF contribution. The FNPF has confirmed these companies have ceased operation to enable them to clear their debt. Ali Kimbia with this exclusive report.
International companies currently operating in the country have been put under the spotlight as FNPF monitors the employees' deduction.
For the overseas, yeah, we got a few that have business have closed down, and they were wound up, and they've departed. But the name has been loaded on departure provision order. If they do come in, we'll get them there to pay and clear all the debt.
FNPF's manager compliance, Penny Ngonelewu, says they have introduced a compliance program to stop this unscrupulous act.
And one thing too that we've come down hard now in terms of compliance letter. We've joined strategic alliance with all government tenders, some major companies, including FNPF tenders, that FNPF compliance. This instant rehabilitation, we've re-emphasized the importance of FNPF compliance. Only the people that have FNPF compliance to be given contract.
The FNPF is calling on employees to assist in identifying the companies that are not complying.
Workers has the right to, during first month of employment or first pay, have the right to ask the employer and the deductions and come and check with FNPF on in their account.
The Fiji National Provident Fund says it's currently working with the Labour Ministry to ensure all companies in Fiji adhere to the FNPF compliance program. Ali Kimbia, FBC News.
The success and resilience of an organization depends on how strong and effective its human resource strategies and policies are. Human Resources Institute President Kameli Batiweti says human resources must be independent in order to carry out its functions well. Akusita Tale reports this was highlighted during the FHRI Awards night yesterday.
Successful organizations around the world, including Fiji, have a human resource strategy that's separate from every other role.
They are very successful because their human resources function is very strong. The organizations that are not so successful is because their human resources is not strong. And therefore, if the organization wants to be successful, there's a correlation between success and having a strong human resources function.
The FHRI says organizations that have good human resource policies must invest in their people in terms of exposure.
For example, meet in Sydney, and so all Asia Pacific would go up to Sydney. That's best practice. I mean, that's investing in the human resources function. And that is what is lacking in a lot of organizations in Fiji, the exposure bit.
The International Labour Organization's Director for Pacific Island countries says organizations must also ensure they promote decent work.
We encourage the management to follow international labour standards and to give a voice to workers in the policy-making process and to improve their working conditions.
Meanwhile, 6 HR practitioners were recognized for their hard work throughout the year, while 10 others received special recognitions. More than 400 practitioners are registered with the Institute. Akusita Tale, FBC News.
The government's ongoing rural electrification project initiative will cater for the extension of the EFL grid to rural areas as well as install new solar systems. Energy Fiji Limited CEO Hasmukh Patel says they're working to ensure they establish more renewable energy schemes in the next 4 to 5 years. Kritika Kumar reports.
The Energy Fiji Limited has completed many of the rural electrification projects around the country that were identified since 2011.
Because the government has already made this decision that we want to make sure that there is access of electricity to all Fijians by 2021.
Hasmukh Patel says millions of dollars have been spent to construct these projects and ensure every home is connected to a power grid.
We will make sure that in the next 4 to 5 years we construct these projects in order to ensure that we reach our renewable energy targets as set by EFL and the government.
The ongoing rural electrification project has been welcomed by Fijians.
Yeah, it's a good thing because people in rural areas can gain access to electricity.
Yeah, it is a good thing because now people in rural areas can watch the news and sports.
Before, a lot of people don't have the power, so they can't see the TV. Now they have the power in the rural areas, they can see TV and use other electrical items.
Meanwhile, the government has allocated $42.6 million for the rural electrification project this year. Kritika Kumar, FBC News.
Today, 200 young and aspiring entrepreneurs have applied for the government's Young Entrepreneurship Scheme. Permanent Secretary for Trade Shaheen Ali says the scheme will stimulate further growth in the economy. The scheme is for young and motivated individuals with innovative business ideas, with successful candidates qualifying for grants for up to $20,000. This scheme also incorporates mentoring and training that equip candidates with skills needed to manage a business sustainably.
This scheme, at the heart of YES, is a profound belief in the unique perspective brought by the young Fijians and their understanding of the needs of the evolving and growing marketplace.
Still to come, self-taught village hairdresser wins dream opportunity. And Suva Barista shares his passion on our successful Fijian tonight. Stay with us.
Bula, nevang gomal kay leloma, ngongai nakas untuk makarong ng Bula FM, nambang dua na sere.
Hoya ubasit sai sa Lambasa, ya untuk talita na warong ng Bula FM, nambang dua na sere.
Gua do tumeli ako na tao no hinga toka, talita kina na warong ng Bula FM, nambang dua na sere.
Wana tunga ng Bula FM, nambang dua na sere naluan.
Nevang go fani na tao no go singa toka, kita untuk talita kana Bula FM, nambang dua na sere.
Bula FM, nambang dua na sere.
It will be a dream come true for 38-year-old Nahingatoka villager who wants to be a professional hairdresser after winning the first ever Cutting Edge project organised by the Outrigger Fiji Beach Resort. Matayasi Tuwai, who beat 12 other participants during the one-week course, has secured a $5,000 scholarship to study Diploma in Hairdressing at the Fiji National University. Felipe Nakaso has more.
Financial difficulties has always been an obstacle pulling Matayasi Tuwai to be a hairdresser. The win has given him a chance to turn his dream into reality.
It was a long time of my dreams, dreaming to become a hairdresser, but to fund the cause was really hard to me. But I really thank God for this opportunity that it's been given like that.
The project was facilitated by Australia's Empower Hair Ministry, who will assist in funding the scholarship.
Coming to Fiji on various holidays, I fell in love with Fiji and the people, and I wanted to do something to give back. And I know hairdressing, so I focused it around that.
And this was not only the good news.
Yeah, so when he finishes his study, he'll get a job here at Outrigger Fiji Beach Resort.
The participants who were unemployed were chosen from villages in Singatoka. Felipe Naikaso, FBC News.
Peacekeeping veterans, ex-servicemen, families of current UN peacekeepers and the diplomatic corps were hosted to an evening reception by President Major General retired Chiochi Konrote in Suva last night. The event marked the week-long commemoration of the 40th anniversary for Fiji's contribution to UN peacekeeping duties. Deputy Secretary for Ministry of Defence and National Security, ILLAI says it's important to remember the tremendous sacrifices of our fallen peacekeepers.
It's a milestone achievement that we've had as a nation where our peacekeepers contributed to world peace. They've made that sacrifice and service for world peace in reaching out to those that are less fortunate, coming through the scourges of war. And not only that, our peacekeepers contributing to nation building as well.
Well, there has been awareness on type 2 diabetes around the country. Not many are aware of type 1. Type 2 is a long-term metabolic disorder where a body does not use insulin properly, whereas type 1 is a chronic condition in which the pancreas produces little or no insulin. Akosita Tale reports the Diabetes Fiji Trust is calling on people diagnosed with type 1 diabetes to register under their program.
Around 300 Fijians, young and old, diagnosed with type 1 diabetes is registered under the Diabetes Fiji program. However, more are yet to register.
But there are more people outside there. There are some right in the interior of Fiji level, 10 level, who have type 1 diabetes.
Registered diabetics will have the privilege to receive free provisions of glucometers and syringes.
We have programs that enhance especially the knowledge of type 1 among our young ones and also for parents.
People diagnosed with type 1 diabetes are being urged to register.
A lot of people who are diagnosed with diabetes get lost to follow up. They are either they don't have any access to the health system or to services that will improve their understanding of the condition.
A program is also being offered for diabetic juveniles to enhance their knowledge on the type of diabetes they're diagnosed with and parents to be more aware of what to do when looking after a patient. Akosita Tale, FBC News.
Sincerity and integrity are two values that cannot be bought or measured with money when providing services to people. This is a guiding factor for our successful Fijian tonight. 32-year-old barista Paula Wanganisaravi, a familiar face behind the coffee machine at the Rock Cafe in Suva. Kelly Vadala with his success story.
Successful Fijians is brought to you by the Fiji Development Bank, your partner in progress.
Paula Wanganisaravi is a well-known barista in this part of the city. He wakes up at 4 every morning to make around 100 cups of coffee daily.
I used to do all these part-time jobs like in hotels and cafes and all these places. Yeah, and then from there I came to just doing waitering and all this stuff here, selling people. And I came to meet this guy here. He's an Italian gentleman where he taught me about coffee culture.
Being a barista was never a childhood dream. He had something else in mind.
Well, I wanted to go out and see. I wanted to be a sailor. That's why I went to Maritime. And then, financially things caught up. All my uncles from my dad's side, they're all from their south. And they're all sailors. They're all fishermen. And most of my cousins and all. I wanted to be one of them.
Being one of the country's most recognized barista did not come easy, as he had to fail in some challenging days to be where he's at today.
One day I left this place. And I went and started off a coffee shop in Namboa. And it didn't work. It didn't work out. And I went rock bottom like the place was really slow. The level of my skills of coffee went down. And then only one thing that came up on my mind was go back to work.
Now the head barista of Rock Cafe, Wanganisaravi, is sharing his skills with other baristas and even given an opportunity to a shoeshine boy who used to polish shoes outside the cafe.
He spent years sitting out there with a shoeshine box. She said, and then one day we were short of staff over here. Then I called him from there and I said, hey bro, can you come and help me around there? Well, I make coffee, run it to the tables. And right now he's one of my best friends.
However, behind a successful barista is a team of supporters that have helped him become one of the capital's coffee lovers' favorite barista.
My mom is not a coffee drinker, but she loves what I do. And then what she does, she blesses me every morning. I come to work, go back home, she's still there.
The barista from Tailevu has been in the food and beverage industry for more than a decade now and hopes his story is an inspiration to others.
Don't just come at the back of a machine and try to be a coffee man. You make coffee. You try and achieve more than trying to be the best. Best coffee maker, you try and be the best barista, you try and let people know that you're the best.
Wanganisa Ravi has formed a good relation with his customers that he knows how they want their coffee even before they reach the counter. Kelly Vadala, FBC News.
Successful Fijians is brought to you by the Fiji Development Bank, your partner in progress.
Ahead in sports, flying Fijians to focus on physical fitness. And Iceland holds Argentina to 1-1. This and more coming up.
Lola, I am Eleanor. For the best classic hits, I only listen to Gold FM here in Singapore. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Seni Rawa. I love listening to Gold FM here in Osori. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Dino. I'm from Outrigger, Coral Coast, Singapore. I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
My name is Salote. I love listening to Gold FM here in Osori. Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Bula, my name is Marida. Gold FM plays the best classics here in Outrigger, Singapore.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
The lack of physicality in the first half was one of the Fiji Airways Flying Fijians' downfall, despite their 37 points to 15 win over Georgia in their second PNC match yesterday. Coach John McKee says his side didn't get their set piece right as they didn't start the game the way he wanted in the first spell. Melita Vanga reports.
Flying Fijians coach John McKee says their first half match against the Georgians saw the Flying Fijians give possessions away, giving advantage to Georgia.
The first half we almost tried to play a little bit too much rugby and as a result we're too much in our own half.
The Georgians also dominated the scrum in the first half.
Oh look, our set piece, you know, and we didn't start off as well as we would have liked with a couple of line-out throws went astray and you know, our scrum was under a little bit of pressure earlier.
Captain Aka Pusingera says they regrouped in the second half to lead them to victory.
A good performance in the second half, and that's the level that we need to go in every test match. So yeah, right now I'm happy with the performance of the players.
Georgian coach MILTON HAIG says he was disappointed with the loss.
The way that we've trained, we didn't do that in the second half today, and so that was disappointing. And as soon as the game loosens up.
Meanwhile, Fiji will now face Tonga at 3:30 p.m. next Saturday in the last PNC match at Lautoka's Churchill Park. Melita Vanga, FBC Sports.
France opened its 2018 FIFA World Cup campaign in Group C with a 2-1 win over Australia last night. It was an inspiring but tough match for the Aussies, who gave the French team something to think about entering the next match. Melita Vanga reports. Iceland made a stunning first World Cup appearance when they held 2014 runners-up Argentina to a 1-1 draw in a dramatic World Cup opener. Lionel Messi had a penalty kick saved as the South Americans surrendered a lead and only got a point out of the match. Croatia took an early initiative in Group D as they saw off Nigeria 2-0 in their World Cup opener. With Iceland having held Argentina to a 1-1 draw earlier, Croatia took full advantage. Here are the highlights. And Denmark spoiled Peru's first FIFA World Cup game since 1982 with a 1-0 victory this morning. Peru came out looking like it wanted to make up for those 36 years with an aggressive offence. Here are the highlights. Meanwhile, 3 FIFA World Cup games will be played tonight leading into tomorrow morning. Costa Rica plays Serbia at 12 midnight. Defending champions Germany take on Mexico at 3 a.m. tomorrow, while Brazil will meet Switzerland at 6 a.m. tomorrow. You can watch all the matches live on FBC TV and catch the delayed coverage on FBC Sports. The All Blacks defeated France 26 points to 13 in their second test match to wrap up a 3-match series with a game to spare. The game saw an early red card to France fullback Benjamin Fall, ensuring the All Blacks a win. Former Fiji Mbati rep Tariq Sim scored a try for the Illawarra Dragons to help his side defeat the Sea Eagles in the NRL match last night. Sim scored just in seconds before halftime, giving the Dragons a 16-8 lead at the interval. In other matches, the Titans beat the Bulldogs 32-10, while the Broncos defeated the Sharks 20-16. It was a great day with fine weather, apart from some showers over the eastern parts and the interior of the larger islands. Elsewhere, it was mainly fine and the nights will be cool. Checking the west, cloudy conditions was experienced today. And eastwards from Pacific Harbour to Suva, weather was fine apart from some drizzles. And up north, it was close to the 30s in the major centres in Lambasa and Savasavu. At sea, southeast winds 20 to 25 knots and rough seas are expected. Now for the tides, high tide will be at 9:52 p.m. with low tide at 2:50 a.m. Sunrise will be at 6:36. Now for tomorrow, sunny conditions are expected in the west, while the eastern division and the north can experience a few showers. Tomorrow's temperatures, Ba will be the coolest at 15 degrees. And we look further on to Tuesday, there will be cloudy conditions. Recapping the main stories, departure prohibition order issued to overseas companies. Good human resource policies are key to success. And more plans in place for rural electrification project. For these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station, Gold FM. To our poll question segment. This week we're asking, do you think police drivers should do more defensive driving courses? Visit our FBC website to answer. You can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email fbcnews@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via our Facebook page FBC News. You can also follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC News or simply hashtag FBC News. And that was your FBC News for tonight. Until next time, good night.
Hi, I'm Jyotishma. I'm from Singatoka. I love listening to Mirchi FM. Mirchi FM is hot.
Mirchi FM is #1.
I'm Charlene Robert. Mirchi FM rocks in Lambasa.
I'm Soname Nasori Jackson. Mirchi FM is hot.
My name is Raymond Dutt. I'm in Baba Singh Alliance. Mirchi FM is hot in Lambasa.
I'm Pritika from Jax Nasori. I love listening to Mirchi FM here in Nasori. Mirchi FM is hot.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.